What's up, everybody? Back today with a new film called Suburban Gothic. It just was released on VOD, and it's from director Richard Bates Jr., and he's the guy that made Excision a couple years back. This is his second film. So let's get into Suburban Gothic a little bit. The film opens up with our main character Raymond graduating college. He can't find a job, so he's forced to move back with his family, and his father's played by Ray Wise. And Ray Wise does an awesome job in this movie playing the most asshole father. And our main character Raymond, played by Matthew Gray Gruber, is awesome as well. The movie obviously revolves around him, and he knocks it out of the park. He's quirky himself. He's kind of like a hipster that has to move back to a town full of squares, you know, and basically he left his old self behind and he has to return to that, and there's some other mystery to his past, and he winds up having to solve a ghost story, sort of, you know, hence Suburban Gothic. But it's basically about him, and that's the best part, is his interactions with all the townsfolk. So let's get into the good and the bad parts. Like I said, it's actually funny. Matthew Gray Gruber, thank God he gets a lot of work. I was looking on his IMDb page because he's hilarious. He kind of plays this, you know, hipster guy, and it's just funny. The dialogue he has with other characters, the writing was pretty damn funny. And then we get into the ghost story, not quite as good, and I'll get to that in the bad part later. But also Ray Wise plays his father, and plays such an asshole. You know, Ray Wise, great actor, and does another great job in this film. His love interest in the movie is Kat Dennings, and you know, she's perfect for a love interest in a horror movie. Obviously great looking girl, good actress, so her dialogue with him is also good. You know, they have this quirky, weird relationship that's actually kind of funny. And let's get into the bad things, because the movie is pretty tongue-in-cheek, and then they have to get to the ghost story part of it all. And they do reveal this twist about Raymond I thought was kind of cool, but the ghost story just sucked. It seemed generic, it seemed kind of thrown in there. Definitely not the best part of the movie, not even really that scary, and that's fine, because I think the movie was trying to stand more on the quirkiness and the humor. You know, it has a guest appearance by John Waters, and that scene was actually kind of funny. The Sosa sisters are in it for a second. Yeah, so the humor worked, the horror part, not so much. And like by the end, I was just kind of like, okay, I see where they're going, and they set it up for a sequel at the end, so maybe if the film becomes a cult movie, you know, we'll see another Suburban Gothic 2 down the road. But like I said, it could have been a little shorter, a little tighter towards the end, a better horror element to it. So the humor worked, the horror didn't. I'll still give it a 3 out of 5 stars though, because I did actually think it was funny, and Matthew Gray Gruber killed it. Goobler, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, whatever. I read in his thing, it's pretty cool. He played the voice of the Riddler. He would actually play a good Riddler in a live-action movie too, especially when you see him in this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, check out Suburban Gothic if it comes on Netflix, or you can get it for a rental. 3 out of 5. Obviously, you're not going to be able to go see it in the theaters because it's only on VOD, but if you think $8 or $6 is worth it, whatever you pay on VOD, check it out. It's definitely a rental. Kind of funny. You can watch it without grossing someone out totally. You know, it's definitely not extreme horror. It's more like tongue-in-cheek. So yeah, if you've seen Suburban Gothic, let me know what you thought down below. And yeah, it was kind of a horror comedy that I liked. Alright guys, see you soon.